Oh, hello. I forgot. I didn't realize it was playing. So today we're going to prepare for our Chapter 7, Lesson 3 quiz. Realizing I never overviewed the Cornell Note answers with you from any of these lessons, so I'm going to go over all of them now, and that will definitely help you on the quiz you're about to take. So, as I read the question, try to think if you know the answer already, and then see if you were right. The name for the popular Mexican art style where a painting is put on a large wall is called a mural. Besides banking, the major service industry in Mexico is tourism. A maquilladora is a type of factory. Okay. What city does nearly 20% of Mexico's people live in? That's Mexico City. All right. Here we are. Trade agreement that helps Mexico is NAFTA. About 50% of Mexico's people are considered poor. What two backgrounds combine to form Mexican culture? So Spanish and native cultures. Okay. What environmental challenge do they face? They face the challenge of pollution. That's the answers all here. Chapter 7, Lesson 3. Let me get rid of those, okay? Chapter 7, Lesson 3, Part 2. That didn't work. Okay, let me try this. Central American agriculture has long been dependent on what's called cash crops like coffee, sugar, tea. Panama's economy is strengthened by the Panama Canal. They own that, so they can kind of charge people to use it. CAFTA stands for Central American Free Trade Agreement. It lowers tariffs between nations in this agreement, which includes all the Central American nations except Belize and Panama. Hurricane Mitch devastated Nicaragua and their industrialization efforts. The language that's dominant in Central America is Spanish. So I don't want to make it just it's Spanish, okay? Spanish is the dominant language. Chapter 7, Lesson 3, Part 3. What type of government does Cuba have? They have a communist government. Which of the Central American nations is one of the poorest nations in the world? Haiti. Why does Trinidad and Tobago have a more successful economy than the other Caribbean nations? Really two answers. One, they are very close to South America, but the main reason that they have a stronger economy is their resources. So they have oil and natural gas, and that helps their economy. And reggae comes from Jamaica, mom. Sorry, just Jamaica. Dominican Republic citizens sending work home, sending a remittance home. That means this means people from the Dominican Republic work in the U.S. and send most of their paychecks home to support their families. Very difficult when people have to make that decision to live far away from their families. It's very hard. Most Caribbean nations rely on tourism, and Cuba shared the style of dance called salsa. So there you go. You all right? Let's just look at your packet now. So let's make sure. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Okay. Oh, gosh, we're getting there. NAFTA is a free trade agreement between Canada and the United States and Mexico. It helps the Mexican economy um, because they can sell their goods to these two countries without any tariffs. Gives them a bigger market to sell their goods. So major industries in Mexico today, you could have written steel producing, you could have written the clothing industry, food processing industry, you could have written banking, you could have written tourism. As long as you have four, you're good. Spanish and native cultures. Four major problems facing Mexico today. We could write poverty, We could write pollution. We could write drug cartels, and we could write overcrowding in Mexico City. Economy of Central America, traditionally dependent on cash crops. You could also write becoming more industrialized. Challenges facing Central America. You could write natural disasters. You could write political instability. Culture of Central America. You could write based on um, you, European and native cultures. You could also write speak Spanish. It's part of their culture if they speak Spanish. Puerto Rico struggles because they have a lack of resources. Cuba struggles because they are communist, and then Haiti struggles because of bad political leaders. Trinidad and Tobago have a successful economy because they have oil and natural gas and are close to South America. A remittance is when someone sends money home from another country to support their family. So many languages are spoken in the Caribbean because so many European countries used to rule them. How have Caribbean countries influenced world music? Jamaica started the reggae culture, which it's popular around the world. That's your packet. Okay, go ahead and just, once that's all perfect, submit pictures of it, and then complete your quiz. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.